fantastic, good. I'll introduce myself. So, by day, I go by Adam, but by nighttime, Ad PM. Thank you. And people often ask me, Adam, were you named after the Bible? And I go, no, otherwise my name would be the Bible. Thank you. I grew up Catholic. Give us a cheer if you grew up Catholic. How do we feel about the recent news about the Pope? I'm not going to dwell on it too much because I don't want to make too many jokes about Pope Francis, but I'm sure he'd be laughing down there. So I genuinely grew up Catholic. I was raised Catholic. It was quite hard growing up Catholic because we didn't have normal music, so we didn't have Soldier Boy. We had Altar Boy. We didn't even have normal superheroes either. We didn't have Iron Man and the Avengers. No, we had Jesus and the disciples. So the only endgame I was queuing to see was the Rapture. And if you don't get that joke, you're going to hell. The worst part about being raised Catholic, in my opinion, though, was we didn't have normal food. So I didn't have Quaker Oats. I had Cardinal Crunch. Half the calories, twice the guilt. Religion actually, saved my life, though. Religion saved my life, and I'm here to, be a devil's advocate for God for a second. Religion saved my life. It stopped my mum getting an abortion. Which, by the way, is a decision I still sometimes fight her on, because she did not need to keep me. I love my mum. We're very close. We come from, a multi-disabled family household, which means at the moment we all really fucking love the Labour Party. So we've got my grandma at the top. She's got dementia. She's the queen. She's loving life. My mum's lost a hearing recently, and she's going through a really hard time, and I think for a second we get some, sympathy for her. Sign language next time. And I'm autistic, which is obvious. So we're getting there's a little subtle disabled hierarchy where I'm at the bottom, which means I'm disabled enough to get bullied in the street, but not enough to qualify for benefits. Absolutely loving it. I'm autistic and I'm left wing, which means I love trains, but I fucking hate rail privatisation. I like socialism, but not socialising. I was actually at a protest recently standing on behalf of marginalised people, so the queer community, Palestinian community, and of course the people pleaser community, who are a wonderful group of people, but they've got the worst chant. It goes like this: what do we want? Whatever you want. When do we want it? At your convenience. Say it loud, say it clear, unless you want us to shut the fuck up, in which case we'll happily apply. And I knew I was left-wing from a very young age, because at parents' evening when I was younger, my teacher asked me, so Adam, what are your least favourite classes? And I said, the upper billionaire class! And physics. I chose to be autistic for two reasons, really. Thank you. The first reason I chose to be autistic was to become funny, and I was 4 years old when I got my autism in 2006. You could be seen by the NHS in those days. I went to my doctor and I said, Doctor, I don't know any jokes. This isn't the setup. Please give me autism. And he looked me in the eye and said, and I looked back because I could do that back then. And I said, and he said, how did you find out about our vaccines? And I said, the internet told me. And he said, the damn internet never lies. And he sat me down and said, I cannot give you autism. You are too special to be special. And I said, why the fuck not, bitch? Except I didn't, because I was 4. And he said, well, I can't give you autism because I'm getting the sense that you're a very fantastic conversationalist. You're charming, handsome, well-adjusted. You're going to make a woman very happy one day. And I said, that's a really weird thing to say to a 4-year-old doctor. But I'm Catholic, so I understand. But after a bit of conversation, he agreed to give me autism on one condition, and he said, prove you're already a little bit neurodivergent. Do something only a neurodivergent person could do. And I said, I could name all 1,025 Pokemon dots. And he said, all 1,025? But Adam, this is 2006. There wouldn't be that many. There'd only be 490. And I said, exactly. You're a character in a flashback created by an autistic person. Therefore, I'm already autistic, and this is a paradox. So just give me the fucking jab! The reason I chose to be autistic was to make a difference. I read that 3 out of 4 autistic people experience suicidal thoughts, suicidal ideation, some even follow through with it, and I think it's awful, and I think we can all agree that we should come together and make Elon Musk one of those 4 fucking